Hello folks, Mink here. Welcome back to Planescape Torment, where we will probably finish exploring the buried city, if we did not already. Ojo the Leatherheads, huh? Hey, Pharod's court. Ojo the Leatherhead, huh?
All right.
Let's see what he has to say.
All right.
These rags look like they've been chewed on. This small candle is giving off anemic light. Ojo. This wall looks like it is ready to collapse at any moment. The stones are loose and it is riddled with holes. Alright. And since I don't know what this guy is going to say, I'm going to quick save the game here. You see a burly man with a slack jaw. The spark of intelligence is, in his eyes, little more than a brief flare. Oh boy. Who are you? He blinks at you. Point at him. Who are you? Ojo. Okay, Ojo, I had some questions. What are you doing? Ojo, talk. He stops abruptly and begins massaging his hand. Examine his hand. There is a small inflamed scab on his skin. As you watch, he peels the scab away again. What happened to your hand? Bit. Who bit you? He looks at the wall and looks back at you. Man in wall. There's a man in the wall. He looks at the wall, then looks back at you. What does the man in the wall look like? Small, red eyes, hairy. Sounds like a rat. He nods. Alright. What wall is he in? He points at a wall. You notice a small hole in it. Upon closer examination, you see that the hull is ragged, as if it had been chewed out by a rat. This looks like it was chewed by a rat. He nods. Alright. Tell me about the buried village. Not talk strangers. He looks away from you, rubbing his hand. Alright. Alright. What about the catacombs? Okay. Farewell. Were you actually able to do anything about this man in the wall? I do not think we can. It doesn't look like it. So is that this guy's whole purpose? Is to tell us that there's rats in the wall. Whoa. Ojo turns away from the wall and looks at you dully. Mort. Hey there, big hitter. How's your friend in the wall? Ojo turns away from the wall and stares at Mort, a slow smolder in his eyes. Alright, Mort, that's enough. Mort ducks his head. Whatever you say, boss. Does the man in the wall say? Tells about crying stone place. Tells stories. I tell stories too. Stories about what? Looks at the wall and falls silent. There has to be. So that's all he does. Okay. Whatever, I guess. Okay, let's visit Pharod. Finally. Oh, maybe if they leave us in. The guard narrows his eyes and looks your way as you approach, but says nothing. What's through that archway? Pharod in his court, Cutter. Mind yourself in there and watch your tongue. He's in a foul mood as ever. Yeah, whatever. Hey, we finally get to meet Pharod. I have never made it this far. Ever.
Done.
Which means we are in new territory. And he is an old man. Wow. That's what we were waiting for. Talk to a old man. Random cave with nothing in it. Old man's moving. Hey there, old man. How's it going? Before you is an elderly man leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted, as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once and paid the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He is mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Aha!
The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice.
'Tisn't my steady crop of jink come to Pharod's waiting arms again.
Greetings, corpse. He smiles a wicked grin.
Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt into the mortuary walls?
I think lying, yes, Pharod, I've returned, or the arrangement's all in order, is not the way to go. Pharod, I've come for information. I've been told that you know something about me.
Know something about you?
The light in Pharod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling slightly, as his eyes flicker up and down your frame.
Corpse? No. Yes?
His eyes meet yours.
Ah, no.
Pharod, what is it? Pharod's studying you with a dead-even gaze.
'Tisn't a mummer's fair, corpse. No time for games. No time for Pharod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for?
I have forgotten myself when I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me.
Eh?
Pharod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand.
Now who told you such a thing, corpse?
Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back. They told me to seek you out if I ever forgot myself.
Ah, so little said, so much told.
Pharod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you like a corpse on a mortuary slab.
I know much you would know. Much, yes. Much indeed.
Pharod smiles slowly, the folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. What do you know of me? Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture.
No. Not free, the questions you ask.
His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch.
Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost.
Go on, Pharod. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers.
This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker Square.
Okay.
Chambers, vaults, corridors, filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, somewhere there, lies something misplaced, something mine.
What is it?
A small thing, a trinket, such a trifle.
As Pharod speaks, his words start echoing as if two people were speaking. You know you've heard them before from your own lips.
It's a sphere, made of bronze, ugly, feels like an egg to the touch, and it smells of rotten custard. Am I right?
I assume that was me saying that, so me using the weird inflection that I gave Pharod is... yeah. Pharod falls deathly silent for a moment, then nods.
Yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse? He chuckles. Did you return to see if I remember what it is I want?
Why don't you get one of your collectors to search for it?
Because the corridors need no more dead from this village.
Pharod tisks.
Strong, fast, clever. We're building them stronger, faster, cleverer. These are qualities my villagers do not have. They go below, they do not return.
Pharod glances at you.
Perhaps the dead will welcome their own. That is what I think, corpse.
You know where this sphere is.
Ah.
Pharod's sigh is like shifting sand.
And why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it is buried deep, far deeper than any villager has ever gone.
Pharod tisks.
It may be in the catacombs where the waters run deep, deep.
I already asked that, so very well, I'll do it. But I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket.
There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse.
He holds up a withered finger.
One of them is this bit of wisdom. Everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There is much I know about you, much that you would want to know.
Maybe you should tell me what you know, Pharod, or I'll pen your name in the dead book with your blood. Oh, man. I doubt you can tell me anything of value. Very well, I'll see about finding this sphere for you in exchange for what you know.
Very well. A deal struck, a deal made.
Pharod cracks his crutch sharply against the flagstones.
A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there is no time to waste. Go to the gate at the south and east and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste.
I had some other questions.
Updated my journal.
Then ask.
Pharod smacks his crutch on the cobbles as if passing sentence.
Come, corpse. Time short and shows my patience.
When I awoke in the mortuary, I was missing a journal. Do you know where it is? Pharod squints at you, the folds of flesh coming down almost over his eyes.
A journal you had when we spoke last. Has it lost itself?
Pharod chuckles dryly.
These eyes have not seen it, but keep them peeled, I will. I would love to read such a magnificent work. Uh-huh. When you greeted me, you said something about taking me on a jaunt to the mortuary. What did you mean? You tell me, corpse. Perhaps the dusties that live there are more to your liking than some sweet broad-bosomed wench. Pharod taps his crutch on the floor, the clacking echoing throughout the court. Most forgiving of the dusties to let you stride in and out of there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. I wanted to get into the mortuary. Why?
Updated my journal.
Pharod scoffs. Corpse, you were so bent to get in there, now you spill that you don't even know why you wanted in there in the first place? Sometimes it's a wonder why the planes turn. I once heard a tale of a man named Pharod, the king of rags. Pharod's left eye widens, though you can't tell whether he's doing it or whether the folds of skin are just peeling back. That's so. Such'll be a burg of tales it is, but any tale involving Pharod can't be one these ears wouldn't want to hear. He looks up at you with mock suspicion, then grins. Become a tale-teller, have you, corpse? The tale is a strange one. It tells of a man of position and wealth who had everything, then discovered he had nothing. Pharod's grin freezes on his face, and his eyes take on a strange, fiery gleam. Are you certain you wish to tell this tale, corpse? Maybe you won't like how it ends, eh? The man was such a liar, a cheat, that he twisted himself into a corner. He discovered that when death would come for him, it would take him to a terrible place. Pharod's grin dies, and he licks his lips. He looks frightened. He was determined to avoid such a fate, so he desperately looked for a way out of it. He would cheat fate as he had cheated others. Pharod's face twists, as if he had swallowed something unpleasant. He found an answer, or he found a place to look for the answer. He was told to search the trash of sigil for that which would let him escape his fate. Now, Pharod, perhaps you can tell me how the story ends. Pharod's face breaks into a snarl. It has no ending, not for I. You watch as blood fills his features. Now a tale do I have for you, corpse. Very well. Pharod's finger lashes out at you, bent like a herder's crook. A corpse comes to Pharod's court, ripe with the stench and promises, claiming he would find that which Pharod needed. But what does he bring? Nothing. Promise is broken, corpse. Do you deny it? Say that you do, for it means that you've lied to me, and I will die because of it. I am searching for it, Pharod. When I find it, I will bring it. No promises have been broken. Lies that lead to the death of another are the blackest thing. Pharod taps his crutch, wheezing slightly. You'd best keep your word, corpse, else the plains will grind you like a miller's wheel. I'll keep that in mind. I heard you found a wealth of bodies, Pharod. Where do they come from? Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Pharod frowns, studying you. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise that it is for your ears only. Ooh. Ooh. I sense some alignment shifts. Because if I lie, I assume that'll make me more chaotic. Whereas if I vow and then tell him anyway, I assume that would also make me more chaotic. Huh. Are you comparing yourself to a mage, Pharod? I think you're insulting the craft. Pharod flushes, and he taps his crutch against the ground. Collecting is as much a skill as any petty mageling can hold a copper to. Pharod, finding a bunch of dead bodies and selling them can hardly compare to the study of magic. Hey, 500 experience. Was it not skill that found this place? Pharod's voice rises to a bellow, and his fingers tighten around his crutch. It took sense to find this place. It did. And it took sense to make the most of it. The buried village? Come on, what's the secret of that?
Updated my journal.
Very well. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker Square. So I was told. Chambers, vaults, corridors. Pharod gives the faintest of smiles, and his eyes gleam like gold. Places, black as pitch, filled with weeping stones and the precious dead, all asleep in their coffins, sleeping. Where do all these dead come from? Pharod affixes you with a lopsided stare. Corpse, corpse, everything dies. Life is so short, but death lasts so for very, very long. Many people, many deaths. His stare travels past you. Such a waste for their deaths to be useless in a dusty's arms, eh? What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
Pharod smiles greedily. Not all the dead that goes to the mortuary gate is fed to the furnace corpse. The dusties bury some of the dead in the city's bowels, under the village. So near, so close is such a place. I would have been a fool not to see the opportunities. So you rob the catacombs of the dead the dustmen place there, sell them back to the dustmen, and they bury them again. Pharod nods, then chuckles lightly. The sound is like shifting sand. These catacombs are as deep as the dusty's pockets. And as deep as the greed of a man. Oh yes, Pharod sneers. And the greed of a man is something that shall always be counted upon when naught else is left, eh? Very clever. What is this place? Pharod's eyes roll in his sockets, scanning across the ceiling, walls, and then the floor. This here's Ill-Wind Court. Not a name of my choosing, thank you kindly. And to keep outside this court is the buried village, corpse. What is the buried village? Well now, there's a story. Pharod licks his lips again, then shrugs. But to tell true, the story bores me. The short of it, it's a piece of the hive that I got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil got penned in the dead book. What do you mean? You know them floating goat heads that serve the lady, them dabishes? Well, no matter if you do or not, they go all around fixing, breaking, burying, building all the time. Do you follow? Yeah, go on. Well, as the chant goes, and a dusty chant is too, being so old, them dabishes just damn well bricked over a section of the hive one day, and all bodies just forgot about it. Dump a lot of trash on it, and soon nobody even knows it's here. Pharod smiles. Wicked, no? A piece of sigil all forgotten. Where did you find it? Pharod tisks. I still have my eyes, corpse, and I still have my ears, and when you have enough sense to tie the two together, then finding the dark of any matter is not as hard as some make it out to be. Pharod rubs his filthy cloak. Now was there something else you wanted to pick my brain box about? You didn't come just to hear about this rag hole, did you? No, that's all I wish to know. Farewell.
All right.
Well, that wasn't so bad. We got the location without making promises. Or, I mean, what he's doing. So
I'm
that's
gone.
means it won't come back to bite me later. Bar. Alright, save the game again. Hello, Bar. You see a massive human dressed in cast-off patchwork clothing and reeking of old ale. He is truly huge. It's obvious he was chosen for this job for his brawn, not his brains. What do you want? Pharod gave me his leave to go down to the catacombs. I need you to open the gate. He swings open the gates. Then get going, Burke, and don't waste our time. well.
The gate's not locked right now, so there's no need to bother me.
Okay. I wanted to ask him about what lies beyond, but I guess I'm not doing that. Save. Weeping Stone. A cranium rat that ran away. I don't like the signs of that. A thingy we can use. This grave has been thoroughly desecrated. I'm assuming they have all been thoroughly, yeah.
All right.
Skull. The corpse is fairly fresh, within the last couple of weeks or so anyway, and large parts of it have been gnawed away by rat teeth. The forehead skin on the corpse looks like someone really brained this poor sod. You nudge it with your toe and it flops around bonelessly. Huh. This body appears freshly slain. Horrific claw marks scar the flesh and tiny bites cover the body. These skeletons don't appear to have been hurled from sarcophagus. They look as though they were fighting and had been cut down. Is that a singular cranium rat? Okay, we'll just leave him come over here.
What's up?
Who has my rat tails? Dak'kon has the rat tails.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I'm gone.
I hear your words.
Do you?
Your will be done.
Done.
Hey, ghoul. More junk, 1 copper, an antler axe. Should I even bother? Yeah, why not? Bet you it's not worth anything, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you two gonna go attack them, or? I guess not.
Done.
Die. This carved face drips with humidity. It appears to be weeping. This grave has been completely looted. And that's even kind of like a hidden spot. And it still has nothing. Again, I ask, what is the point? What is the point? Anyway, let's save the game. And see what's in here. Why not? Crypt of the Embraced. Blood smears leading to the largest coffin.
I'm gone.
Despite the age of this crypt, these coffins appear to be in near perfect condition. That's going to be all of them, right? Yeah. The script on the wall is in long dead language. It appears to show the life progress of the inhabitant of this tomb. Not trapped.
The corrode thing's true.
What the hell is that thing? Jesus Christ. 1200 experience.
Die.
I'm hurt. I'm gone.
Damn it.
An unidentified dagger. Yeah, we'll take that. It looks like the one I'm using. It is the one I'm using. Yay. Boy, isn't that fun. Spread the bandages around. Maybe I should have bought more healing items before coming down here. This is the corpse of a man with a surprised look on his beak-nosed face. It's hard to tell how he died, whether from the numerous horrific slashing wounds across his abdomen and throat, or from blood loss incurred when his right arm was nearly severed from his shoulder. That's a bad way to go. If I could talk to him, he'd surely have a hell of a tale.
All right.
Now, why did it say that? Is that going to be some kind of hint for later? If I could talk to him? Does that mean I'm going to be coming back here and talking to him?
Done.
Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. Oh. We have another door up there. To the Shattered Crypt. Sure. Why not? What was that one? Crypt of the Embraced. Warrens of Thought. Yeah, this doesn't look like a trap at all. These bones look like they've been gnawed extensively. They are scattered randomly. These supports used to hold a sarcophagus. They apparently used to have something in them, but they don't anymore. Okie dokie. This furniture is evidence that someone used to make this crypt their home.
I'm gone.
Oh my.
I will hear you.
Oh my. What is this again? Okay, can't use it. blindness. Those things are... Alright, so that's essentially a skull with wings. Oh my.
In Zerthamon's name.
Oh my god. I'm kind of stuck here.
Right.
Balance in all things. It is I.
Oh my god, they keep coming.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Oh my god.
All right.
What? What's up, Chief? Did you see that?
Damn.
Did you see that?
I think they're done respawning finally. Oh my god.
I'm gone.
Wow.
Done.
Holes have been knocked in the wall here, and an aromatic slime coats the outer edges of the jagged holes. This furniture is at... Oh. Alright. Punch daggers of Morin. A leg bone club. Yeah, I am not going to bother picking that up. Two through 8 plus 2. Plus 1 piercing, plus 2 to armor class, plus 1 luck. Wow. That is a heck of a lot better than this dagger. I'm not even going to bother keeping the dagger. I am trained in fist, right? Yes. Just as good as my edged. 510 copper.
All right.
Oh, I guess there's that. Oh yeah, dak'kon leveled. Dak'kon. He leveled up as a mage. 1 hit point gained. 1 hit point gained from Constitution. Spell memorization has increased. Shield. 25 seconds per level. It bestows an AC of 3 against all attacks. He already has a better, so that would only be for the saving throws. Only usable on the nameless one. No. Submerge the will. That is better than shield. Scripture of Steel. +1 to hit, +1 to all saving throws to all creatures that are friendly. Sure, why not? Alright. Maybe I should go buy some healing items.
All right.
Because that was crazy. That sounds like a good idea.
Done.
Hey, close the door. The guard straightens up. You got what Pharod wanting, Burke? Not yet. If you don't have it, why are you wasting my time? The guard chortles to himself. I don't have it, but I do have something you might be interested in. Yeah, what might that be? How's 25 coppers? You're getting warm, Burke, but you ain't there yet. Alright, how's 50? Smile reads his ugly face. That's good enough. Pass it through and I'll open the gate. Have him reach for it. Grab it and it's yours. He reaches through the gate for the coins you hold out. Huh. Grab his arm and pin it. As he reaches for the coins, you grab his arm. He tries to struggle out of your grasp, but you finally manage to pin it up against the gate and wrench it around. He gasps in pain. Let me in or I'll break it off. He hastens to open the gate before you make good on your threat, and stands far out of your reach as you pass through the gate. Learned our lesson, have we? Let's see a little more respect next time. Farewell. Well, that was a thing that happened.
Done.
Hello, Marta. Can I see what you pulled from the corpses? Does not buy the ring. Oh yeah, the other guy buys all the rings. Needle and thread. Wonder how much 50 of these cost. 600. Not bad. I think we'll buy that. I should have been able to figure that out. 5 times 12, 60. That'd be a 0. Duh. Alright. Do I buy bandages? Sure, let's buy 50 of those too. Can't just type it in. These are 6, right? Yes. Sure, let's make them full. He's close enough. Alright. Can I rest here? Marta nods. Marta home. Marta sleep here. You can sleep if any wants. Yes. I don't think Marta have a problem. Does you, Marta? She shakes her head. No, no, Marta. If you doesn't, you... I doesn't if you doesn't. Very well. My God. Well, that was a thing. The Lesser Vargiles. No, where was that guy?
I'm gone.
I think he was up here. He's in here, yes. Yes. Quint. Blah, blah, blah. Let's trade. Copper for the antler axe. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother picking up weapons. It's pointless unless they're magic. Forgot about the prickly club. I might as well just... I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because he doesn't have that learned either. Well, why am I saving it? I don't know, man. Whatever.
Done.
Really? Top of the morning, lads. Did I turn British? Hey, top of the morning. Cheerio.
I'm gone.
Don't be giving me that Tommy rot. Actually, I wonder... Hide failed. Hello.
All right.
What's the word, Chief?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong. Just folly.
You see that?
Mort's doing one heck of a job. Whereas dak'kon, on the other hand, critical missing all over the place. This face, like the passage beyond it, appears to have been defaced in some sort of earthquake or explosion.
Done.
The corpse lies motionless. No amount of prodding or poking induces it to say or do anything. I assume I am going to be back here and able to talk to all these. Bandages. Nothing. That still makes absolutely no sense. If they go through all that trouble to put things in, only to have nothing. More.
I'm gone.
What's up?
You know, this is nothing compared to what we fought already.
I feel stronger.
Hey, leveled up.
I'm gone.
Another one. I'll get to my level up in a second. Claw. Alright. dak'kon, you can carry that. What is that? The Crypt of Dismemberment. Awesome. Level up. 1 hit point gained. Yeah. No characteristic points. Oh, I assume that means I was higher as a fighter. That might also explain why I've only been gaining 1 hit point the last number of times. Detect traps, open doors, some stealth. Some more stealth. What level am I anyway? How do I? Level 5. I do not remember what level of a fighter I was. I think I was only level 5, so I think I caught up. Save my game. And let's go into the Crypt of Dismemberment. Sounds exciting. Or friendly, I guess I should say. Wow. These holes lead down into darkness. You can hear something moving down below. The stench of rotting meat rises from them. Nice.
I spotted a trap.
Hey, a trap.
All right.
Really? That was just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Right, let's only select me.
I spotted a trap.
I spotted a trap.
I'm gone. Disarm it.
Failed. F2. Alright.
Couldn't disarm it. Couldn't disarm it.
Come on.
Couldn't disarm it. Couldn't disarm it.
Wow.
Couldn't disarm it.
What does that use? Find remove traps. 40, okay, so that's... Alright, they're tied together. Making sure. I can find it. Which you would think would mean I'd be able to disable
Couldn't
it.
disarm it. Couldn't disarm it. Couldn't disarm it.
But I guess not. Guess not.
I spotted a trap.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Couldn't disarm it.
And I can't disarm any of this.
I spotted a trap.
Jesus Christ.
I spotted a trap.
Wow. Can I disarm that one at least?
Couldn't disarm it.
No, of course not.
Couldn't disarm it. Couldn't disarm it. Couldn't disarm it.
Why would I be able to? You idiot. Nice. I don't have a question mark on that one. Or any of this stuff in here. Flakes of rust have been scraped off this as if it had been recently moved. Stairs down. What? What? No. Oh, I stepped on it. And there's nothing in there anyway. Worth it. For some reason, these give you a bad feeling. Okay. You know what? We're gonna save the game before I... Wow. What? Trapdoor leading down to the underchamber. I saved it, so... Idiots. 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 Ugh. Cranium rats.
Lay of shadows.
Okay, if they're not going to see me.
Lay of shadows.
Come on. Just have it succeed once so I know it works.
Lay of shadows.
Alright, one more try. And I'm going to say screw it.
Lay of shadows.
Nope. Alright.
What's up?
Go get him. Go get him. Come on.
I'm gone.
Really? This is a sickening pool of dried and drying blood and gore. Looks like there may be something of interest on some of the body parts in there. Oh boy. We have a corpse. With a severed arm. Excellent. This severed arm is as hard as a wooden club. Looks like it was severed cleanly at the shoulder, most likely by a scythe blade. And even though it looks many decades old, it is more petrified than rotted. It has an unhealthy gray pallor and is covered with scars. Intricate tattoos decorate its surface, spiraling up from the wrist all the way to the remains of the shoulder. You can't explain why, but you feel like you should take this arm to a tattoo artist and have it examined. Some of the tattoos on it are fascinating. Intigosi fell. And some of the stuff in there looks like it would be useful. Up here. Really? Do I have to wait for Mort? No. Alright, everybody away. Just like
All right.
Ah. This body has been horribly mangled. It looks like it's been burned, stabbed, sliced, bludgeoned, and forced through a grate. It's in two halves, lying in a crusted pool of old blood. You know, for saying there might be something useful on some of the body parts, there's nothing. This is some of the now malfunctioning machinery that powers the devices above. Alright. Guess that's all we get. The cranium rats ran away. I don't know how to feel about that. And they took the hit last time, so what the heck, we're all going to take the hit this time too. Yeah. And the Vargiles are back.
All right.
All right. Actually, dak'kon, you need some health. But, alrighty. With that, we will continue exploring the Weeping Stone, apparently, next time. Until then, I hope you are enjoying the run so far. I'm enjoying it, especially now that it's gotten into territory that I do not know. I have never talked to Pharod before, and I have never seen this place, so interesting times ahead, folks. We are now in officially blind territory for me. So, anyway, until next time, this is Mink. Goodbye.